List out what they are, but that means you have to become aware. Become aware of what's going on in your mind space and in your emotional space. Care about it. Realize that that will point you to the program because they're there. I'm here to tell you, you don't have to hire someone with multiple psychology, counseling, and therapy degrees. You don't have to go to a psych doctor. I'm telling you, you have programs. You know why? Because you're human. And it's the way the subconscious works. Our subconscious is designed to keep us alive. And that's why the programs were formed in the first place. It doesn't make you a bad person, but you won't be able to align with your authentic self all the way if those programs are still cluttering up your emotional space and your mind space. So your homework is identify those programs. And the more time you spend being aware, the more you'll become aware of what they are. Quick caveat, you don't have to know where they came from right now. You don't need to figure out if it came from your childhood, what part of your childhood, if it came from your marriage, if it came from when you were an adolescent, from kids making fun of you in school. All that matters is that those programs are formed and they're still here now. But it's been my experience that as you work through the programs, you'll know where they came from. And you'll know at the point in life where they did keep you safe. So don't be mad at them. They were automatically wired to keep you safe. But now they hold us back. It's like a familiar family member. You see them, you get a knot in your stomach. Again, I have to listen to this. That person again. And you just feel it. But it's just familiar. It's like we accept the programs because they're so familiar. Like we can't change our family, but we can change our programs. We can actually recognize the way we're feeling as a program and the thoughts and beliefs that come before that feeling as programs and return to now being, because that is your key. Whenever you identify a program, become aware of it. If it's a situation you can't change, accept it, but get right back to your true self, your true attention. Take an aligned action. This will always involve a physical breath, an intentional breath. You have to calm down your vagus nerve and your autonomic nervous system and take an intentional breath and return to now being. It's returning back to the present moment, to now being, every single time you see a program and align. And here's what happens with your brain. If you do that 9 times throughout the day, 19 times, 90 times, 900 times, if you do it and you put attention towards it, your neuroplasticity process will occur when you sleep. Your brain will start rewiring. Your intentional self will become your new automatic self. The old programs will lose their power. Oh, they'll still pop up, but they won't be as strong or as powerful. You'll make more space for your authentic programs. But you have to be aware of when you're getting pulled out of alignment. Awareness is your most important secret weapon. There's a belief you have. Tony Robbins calls them our personal stories. He says, change your state, change your story, change your life. He's right. Changing your story means changing your beliefs back to your authentic self-beliefs, your God GPS. What does God believe about you? What does your higher power believe about you? What do you believe about the child you love so much? These are the beliefs that were there, but got covered up with your programs. These beliefs exist in the present moment. You have to intentionally be aware and intentionally realign, and the only space or place you can realign is now being. Now being is your portal to healing, to change, to transformation, and to feeling like your best self again. Depression is not a choice, it is a program. Someone that is clinically depressed spends more of their time feeling depressed than most other emotions. That's because that emotion is hardwired as a program. It's a memorized emotion. and every stimulus seems to trigger it. The person's depressed must change their programs. Here are some common beliefs. These are self-protective SP beliefs. These are not authentic self beliefs. The world is not a safe place. I'm too old. I can't do it. I'm too fat. Can't do it. I don't have enough time. There's a book called The Big Leap, and it talks about Darwinian time compared to Newtonian time. And in Darwinian time, we have a fixed amount of time. When it runs out, it runs out, and time's fixed. In Newtonian time, in quantum time, in authentic time, we're creating time as we go. We're creating time in the now being. So we're creating time with the aligned actions, thoughts, and feelings we feel that fill that space and time. It's very quantum. It's very universal. And if you think in terms of, well, think of a time where you're just bored out of your mind. You hate it. Oh, God, when is this done? Hopefully you don't feel that way now. But think of one of those times. And you're just like, oh, time drags. It goes so slow. But when you're with a loved one, someone you really, really enjoy being around, you're doing something really great, you're in flow state, having fun, you're trying to get something done because you're excited to do, oh man, time flies. That's you creating time. So I don't have enough time, that's a program. I don't have enough money, that's a program. And your bank account may give you evidence that you don't have as much money as you want at this time, but we all have the amount of money that we created at this time. And it's enough for what we're doing right now. Now, money is one that causes probably more stress than even time. So asking your universal authentic self, how can I create more money? How do I feel like someone is creating more money? What programs are holding me back from creating more money? There's programs that are holding you back. Anything in life that's causing you suffering, there's a program behind it. I'm too young. I'm powerless. I can't change it. It's just the way it is. Life's never going to get better. These are programs. This is all I'm worth. I'm not worth it. If I was worth it, then they would already give it to me. All right, I already have it. It's always been this way. I have to take care of others before I take care of myself. You've all heard the oxygen mask in the airplane analogy before, so I won't bore you with it. But not prioritizing your self-health is being selfish, because then you can't take care of others. We are put on this planet to help others, but by helping ourselves, by being the example. It is not safe for me to be authentic. I have to wait till the kids are older. I have to wait until this. I have to wait for that. Now being, there's no waiting for now being. Deciding to be completely present in this moment right now is now being. It's not waiting for life's conditions to all line up perfectly and the stars to be in alignment, for the solar eclipse to be there, and the right temperature and the right amount of money in your bank account and the right loved one by your side. No, there's only right now. Making the decision right now to align and to identify programs compared to aligned thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Their happiness is more important than my own. Very common with moms. My parents won't approve of who I really am. Life won't support me. I have to be this way or life won't support me. I just realized we are. Your behaviors or actions that you're doing today came from an event, a shame pain event. It could have been an event in the womb. It could have been an event in your teenage years. It could have been an event in your marriage. It could have been an event, a failure. It could have been something that just backfired. It could be a mistake you made. It created a belief and a program. Now that runs your feelings and emotions, as well as your thoughts and perceptions.